I'm Jared, and joining me as promised, Manafest.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing really good.
I'm glad to have you on the show.
Yeah, man.
We have so much to talk about because it's been a while since we've had you on TVU's Most Wanted.
It's been a year, I think, at least.
But I want to talk to you first about your issue at Subway the other day. Now, I follow you on Twitter, and I saw you tweet this picture of a girl who looked very angry about the situation. Why don't you break this down for us?
You know, it was an early morning. We just played a great show the night before. Got to rock some faces, inspire some kids. And so for breakfast, let's go to Subway. Let's get a little egg and cheese.
Subway breakfast,
yeah,
okay.
You know, that's how we do it. And as we're ordering, you know, my guys, this lady just storms back in the store. Like, I'm talking dark cloud storm. Their arms crossed. You made the sub wrong. Dude, when you go to Subway, you tell them what you want on it. How
you
can
watch them making in front of you, right?
And it wasn't even her sub, it was her boyfriend's or her husband. So he sent her back in to do his dirty work. You know what I'm saying? And so I just kind of was like pretending to read an email and just kind of like click. And the guy handled it really well. And we congratulated him. Like, bro, you're a good man. You're a good man. And we had him laughing and cracking up. And so we made someone smile.
There you go.
And I felt like
not the person whose sub got screwed up.
We prayed for her, and we just made the other guys smile. And you know, we felt good. Laughing is a healing thing, and it's good. And that's what happened.
Man, if you haven't seen this picture, you got to follow Manafest on Twitter. Pretty awesome. Now, when you go to Subway, what did you get that morning? They got your sub right, I take it, right?
I got egg and cheese, toasted on a 9-grain honey oat bread, and it was good.
That sounds like you order that a lot, actually. Is that like the?
It's just pretty memorable in my mind. It tasted really good.
It was that good.
Salt and pepper.
Oh,
lots
man.
of veggies.
That sounds like a really good sub.
I enjoyed it.
Minus the veggies.
I share it.
Not a veggie person.
I know veggies. You know, hey, it's all good, dude. You gotta get your greens.
I guess you do. Welcome back to TVU's Most Wanted. I'm Jared. Manafest hanging out with me on the show today. You are probably the most traveled musician that I get to hang out with.
I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that.
You go all over the place, man. And recently you were in Hawaii, which makes me kind of jealous. I wanted to go to Hawaii since I was like 10. It's been like the dream, and you just went there. How was it, man?
Dude, it was awesome. I don't know why we didn't go there for our honeymoon, because it felt like a second honeymoon.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Everything they say about it is true, at least all the good stuff, you know.
That's crazy.
They put us up in a resort.
Okay.
They actually flew me and my wife in, and we stayed 4 days, like, on the beach. I surfed, and I didn't wear a rash guard. I got pretty pale skin.
What's a rash guard?
It's like to protect you from like bumping on the board when you're going over the waves, because your chest is pounding. Okay. So my bones, I got bruises on my hips and stuff. Like, it's nothing like skateboarding. So I got worked. So I like came back, hey, thanks. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, as I'm returning my surfboard, it's like, my name's Chris Greenwood, aka got worked by the waters. I'm like getting flipped over and holding onto my board. You know what I mean?
So is this your first time ever surfing?
No, I've gone a few times in California.
Okay, so this was not the first time, but how good are you at surfing? Compared to skateboarding, not very good, I would assume.
Not very good at all. Not very good at all.
What are the subtle differences between skateboarding and surfing other than the water?
Well, the concrete doesn't move, so that's good. And you move along the concrete, and you know, I don't have to time anything. It's like I can decide when, where, and how most of the time. But with surfing, you're just like waiting for the waves. This giant sea turtle flew past me at one point.
What? That's amazing.
And I'm just glad it wasn't a shark.
Right. Yeah. There's got to be concerns when you're surfing in Hawaii about sharks. That's not in the pavement as well. Like.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a good time. We had a great show. Awesome speaker out there. This guy named Chad Veach from Tacoma spoke, and a lot of kids got encouraged and inspired. And it was a great night, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Living the dream in Hawaii. Here's Write This Down. More with Manafest is coming up. Actually, it's funny you mentioned like which video, because you're shooting so many videos right now. It seems like you got a new video coming out all the time, and you just shot another one, correct?
We're gonna be shooting.
Another one
next month in October for Human.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Do you know you get any treatments for that yet? Do you know what it's gonna be about, or what's going on?
The song was inspired about a fight I got with my wife.
Okay.
Who I've been married to for an amazing 9 years. Happy wife, happy life. And she wanted me to rest, but I wanted to go to the studio. She wanted me to rest. I wanted to go to the studio. So I bought her flowers, and that fixed a lot of things.
Okay.
And but I also bought her chocolate too, and that about fixed everything.
And flowers.
And but you know what? That song is just like kind of all about, you know, we make mistakes, none of us are perfect, but we kind of get up and keep going and just never quit, and just, you know, some people get into relationships thinking just for themselves and for the short term, but you need to be in it for the long term.
Right.
And you know, I'm just really blessed with an awesome wife, and so we're not sure which way the video is going to go yet, but we want to kind of put some type of relationship with it, because I think that'll speak to a lot of people.
Sure,
you know? So I'm excited.
Now up next we have Throw It Away, which is the number 5. This has some phobias in it. I have arachnophobia, seriously, and that tarantula crawling around in this video, creeping me out, dude. Creeping me out.
Yeah, my buddy likes to go dark. I was talking with Obadiah earlier, and now we're kind of going on like holding on to relationships, and that video is actually about a divorce. So we're kind of going one way, and now we're going the other way.
The other way, okay.
But the idea is the same thing, is, you know, don't throw it away, hold on, you know what I mean? But I think, you know, relationships are a big deal, and, you know, learning how to communicate and learning that it's not about me, but it's about the other person kind of thing. And just to hold on and stay committed, you know what I mean? I think that's something is people, and just whether it's work, relationships, or whatever, it's just that commitment factor and not quitting. Because I think sometimes we give up too early. And so that video has definitely got, you know, a dark tinge to it. And it's because, you know, one of my friends went through a divorce. And I'm hearing a lot of that stuff frequently lately, and so we always want to make music that is real and encourage people, you know, not to just quit on themselves, but not to quit on other people in all areas, you know what I mean? So
Now, you're not just working on videos, you just released an album or an EP with your side project, right? Tell me about that. Okay.
Yeah, you know, when we were making this record, we just recorded a bunch of songs, and I was actually originally going to do a side project. Okay. But the songs were too Manafest style, you know what I mean? I'm just all about focus. And so we had a whole bunch of extra songs that were really different, and so we released this side project called Stories Since '79. Okay. One of the songs on there is called Overboard, which is kind of one of my favorite songs. It's kind of like a bit of a love song. Sure. And just about, you know, I'm diving after you, chasing after that girl, holding on to that, you know, relationship and stuff. And so it's kind of been silently put out. This is probably the first time I'm really talking about it on air or whatever. Right here, exclusive RadioU. You know it. Live right here. But yeah, Stories Since '79, and so we're really excited about it. We might, you know, tour it a little bit with Manafest and open it up, and just kind of like a different pop twinge, a lot more singing, and just kind of a softer, more pop vibe, not as hard as the Manafest. So was this like, this side project was still you and your whole band, or was it different members of some other band, or how did it go? It's me and a guy named Seth Mosley. He produced it and wrote, and he's also doing a lot of melodies in there as well too. Yeah, so it's kind of like a team thing. So the EP's out. You think you're going to tour some of it? Are you going to make some videos, or is this just like a one-time thing to put out some of that extra music and you're back to working on Manafest now? Manafest is always going to be the focus, but we're going to shoot a video for it. I think we're going to have like some like surfing in it and stuff like that, and like we want to get one of those like shells for the camera so we can get some like crazy water shots. I won't be surfing. I was gonna say wear a rash guard this time, right? Exactly. That's what it's called. Full body suit. And but yeah, so I'm really excited just to keep creating music. You know what I mean? And just keep creating. That's the whole key. I always tell artists is always be making stuff. You know what I mean? You want to just, you know, stay sharp and just love what you do, you know? Sure. And if you're going to shoot a video and you could do some surfing, you could probably work your way back to Hawaii, right? And, you know, maybe we should shoot it in Hawaii. That's a good reason. There you go, man. Now you know. So if you want to pick this up, is it available on iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff? Okay. All right. If you want to get that, you can swing through the shop page at TVUlive.com. We're going to wrap things up with Manafest coming up. Stick around. It's TVU's Most Wanted. The man, the myth, the legend, Manafest is on the show. And I'll tell you what, man, you are a Renaissance man, all right? You got the book going on, right? We'll talk about that in a second. You got music videos. You're an artist as far as music goes. You're touring. Like, you're all over the place, man. It's crazy. You stay busy. You stay busy. No joke. That's an understatement, right? Let's talk about the book. That seems to be what would be the hardest of all of your arts. I feel like writing a book would be really tough. Dude, it is, and it's just, you know, books have impacted my life, and just even hearing you guys talk earlier, talking about reading books and stuff, and so, you know, obviously the Bible, most of all, one of the biggest books that's completely changed my life, but, you know, I could go through my library at home and say, hey, that book impacted me there, or that book impacted and helped me with this, and helped me whether in relationships or my life, and so, you know, I wanted to kind of write everything down that I couldn't say at a show on stage. And I couldn't get into in a 5-minute conversation or signing autographs with kids. And so I talk about my testimony and, you know, how I got, you know, born again, how I overcame fear, and, you know, some relationship stuff, and how I write music, and, you know, tour stories, and just, everything probably anybody would want to know about that, but just also encouraging artists how to send your, demo in. It's like a little mini auto bio, but also like an inspirational book to just motivate and encourage kids just to never give up on their dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to change lives. Just the same thing what my music does, but just I get to elaborate a lot more. So it's going to be called the tentative title is Fighter.
Okay.
And so I'm really excited. It talks about how to how to dream, how to write down your vision, and how to set goals for your life. A bunch of really cool stuff. So I'm excited.
Now, when you decided I want to write a book, what was the process of getting into that? Like, you just start writing. How long did this take? How long have you been working at it? Give me a little rundown.
Well, it started last year. I started to write stuff in my iPhone, and I was writing all this different things down, and then I accidentally deleted it. And I've been working on it for a little while, okay? Wiped the whole thing out. So at a show, I went to Walmart, and for 40 cents, I bought a notepad. I took a black Sharpie, and I wrote Fighter off in the front of it. And just kind of the idea of like the different, some people go through, it's not about the physical fight, but the inner battles we all deal with every day when we're staring at the mirror, looking at ourselves and going through stuff. And it was then when I wrote it down, and so I wrote the whole thing longhand. Okay. Then I typed it all in, and now I've edited it, and I've had people, kind of go through it, and I'm going through different things and meeting with the publisher now and different things. And so it's been an awesome, exciting process. I've written like everything out on big, huge papers. I got photos, and it's been fun. My wife's going to design it. It's going to have like really cool art and photos all through it. So it's not just going to be black and white text, but really arty and inspirational and stuff.
Cool.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'm learning.
Sounds like you do. It's you know more. I couldn't write a book.
Yeah.
I could not just stop and write a book right now. So what's the tentative release on this? When are we going to hope to see it?
2013.
Okay, so sometime after the first of the year
I think
then.
before spring.
Okay, cool. What else is coming up with Manafest? What else?
Just touring, more music videos, and just more music. I might be going to India. We'll see.
Really?
Got invited to go there, so that was really exciting.
Cool.
And just doing whatever God calls us to do. I'm on the Fighter tour right now.
Right.
So trying to stay focused on that and not get burnt out. And you never want to get numb. You know what I mean? And so I always want to make sure I have energy. Like even for tonight, when performing, just want to always inspire and give my best on stage and make sure that I'm healthy for myself and my wife and all the people around me. So
right on. Well, dude, thanks for hanging out with me on the show today.
Hey,
it's been a pleasure.